Hello everybody, I'm Thomas, and welcome back to another video. This time, I'm back with another solo card game that you could play with just a standard 52 deck of cards, and this game is called Calculation, though it also goes by some other names such as Broken Intervals, Hopscotch, and Four Kings Solitaire. So, this is a simple to play, yet very tough to win game. There's a lot of strategy, tactics involved. Online, it says if you're a skilled player, you can win about 80% of the time, which is good odds. I have only been playing this for a little less than a week. I have not gotten a win in yet, so clearly I am not a skilled player. I'm still learning the ropes to the game, but I will quickly tell you how it's played, and then we'll go ahead and play some. So, get your standard 52 deck of cards, take out the jokers, get an ace, 2, 3, and 4 of any suit. Suits and colors do not matter in this game, only the numbers, and you lay them out here to create what's called your foundation piles. The rest of the 48 cards shuffle up into your deck, and that's what's called your stock. On your turn, you essentially in the game, I guess I'll quickly say, what you're trying to do is play all of these cards from your stock onto these 4 piles. You also, below each of these, will have 4 waste piles that you can play to. Now, the little caveat is each of these piles goes up in different amount of sequences. So this ace pile goes up by 1. So the next card I can play on there is a 2, then a 3, then a 4. This pile goes up by 2s. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then face cards, Jack is 11, Queen is 12, King is 13. So once I hit 10, then I'd play a Queen. Then it loops back around to an ace, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, King, or I guess Jack and then King. This pile goes up by 3s. Similar concept, 3, 6, 9, Queen, then it goes 2, 5, 8, Jack. I have the sequence written down, Ace, 4, 7, 10, King. And then finally this one goes 4, 8, Queen, 3, 7, Jack, 2, 6, 10, Ace, 5, 9, King. So the Kings are the last thing you'll put on each of these piles, and once you have a king on each pile, that means you've kind of won the game, because at that point you'll have all the cards played. So those are your 4 piles, and then you have what's called 4 waste piles that you can play a card to down here. You'll have 4 different options, and after you play a card, you'll have the option to either you can play the top card of a waste pile. So normally I kind of fan them out so you can see what's going on underneath them. So I'll give you a quick example. So, okay, drew a king first off, not good. I can't play that anywhere, so that'll go into one of the waste piles. Then I draw a 5, also can't go on anywhere. I could place it on top of the king, but then I wouldn't be able to play the king till I play the 5, which may not be the end of the world, but that's maybe not what I want to do. Okay, a 2. I can play that on this pile, so that could go there. And then if I had like a 3 down here before drawing my next card, I could play that first and then draw my next card. So you can kind of like space it out and either draw the top card of this pile or play the top card of the waste piles. The one thing to note is that you cannot move cards around in the waste pile. Once they are placed, they're placed. You have to leave them there, which definitely makes it a little tricky. Very tricky. Not just a little tricky, very tricky. And that's kind of the gist of this. Like I said, pretty simple rules, but very tough game. So I'm going to quickly reset this and then we'll get started. So before we get started with this first game, I'll quickly go over my tips and strategies. So I tried to look online when I was reading the rules. Some of the rules at the bottom of the page had like some tips. And most of them I still didn't fully understand. It made some good points that like you should try to build sequences backwards. So if you place like a 10 here, then you could just try to place, an 8 on top of it, then a 6 on top of it, and a 4 on top of that. So then you could just one at a time play those all to your 2 sequence. Another thing that one of them noted was to play all the kings in one waste pile, because kings are going to be the last card on each of these piles. So if you have like a 5, a 6, and then a king, that 5 and 6 are going to be kind of stuck until that king shows up. One other thing that I noted when I have been playing this is that queens are extremely valuable, and you need to be careful with them, because if you think about how these sequences work, they all will converge on 12 pretty early in their run. So, 4, 8, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So queens, especially for these piles, are going to be needed early on to really get past like that first run of their sequence. So I figured out that queens are pretty important. You don't want to have them covered up, and also 8s and 6s are kind of important as well, because 8 is in here, 8's for in here, 6 is in that, 6 is in that, and obviously this one's pile has all of the all of the numbers. So yeah, those are my little tips and strategies that I've read online and kind of figured out for myself. But like I said, I have yet to actually win this game, so let's see if I can actually put it to practice. Starting with this first card, we get a jack. I'm just going to start a new pile. We'll go right there. Another jack. I don't love to see back-to-back jacks, but that's okay. A 6. We could just play that on the 3 pile, and unless I have a good reason not to, I'm just going to go ahead and play stuff to the like the foundation piles that I can. A 4. Let's go ahead and place that there. An ace, can't use that for a while. King, I'm going to start my own pile down there. 3, I'm going to place on top of the ace because I'm not going to be able to use that for a while. 3 again. A 5, once again, not great. I'm going to start my... I'm going to place on top of the jack because I'm not going to be able to play jacks for a while. I'll probably be able to play a 5 before then. A 10. Okay, I can't play that there. I could if once I get a 6 and an 8, I can play that there. So maybe I'll play that on this pile for now, and then kind of loop back to that. A 9. Okay, so I can play that there, and then once I get a queen, I'll be able to kind of restart that sequence. A 7 kind of sucks. Not much I can really do with that at the moment. A 10. We got another 10. That's like, did I need a 10? No, I already had a 10. I'm looking for, okay, now we got another 10. I really don't like these. I tried to shuffle these pretty well, but they're cards, they're random. I guess we'll start this last pile. Okay, we got an 8. So if I could just get a 6, that would be kind of nice because I could do like 6, 8. I could place the 8 there, but we're still waiting on queens. Like I can't continue any of these till we get a queen. Okay. So what I could do is kind of get this one going. So I could place the 8 there. So what comes after the queen? On the 3 sequence, it's a 2. Or in the other sequence, it's a 3. Neither really helps me here, because both of these could take a queen right now. But I don't have a 2 or a 3 at the top of my piles to really take. So neither of those options are really the best. I think I'll go with this pile, and we'll continue onwards. Another 7. You don't love to see that. Place that there for now. Another queen. Okay, we'll place that on that pile. So once we get like a 2 or a 3. Okay, we got a 6. Place that there. An 8. Okay, so we can at least uncover one of the 10s and get that to use. But then we're waiting on another queen for that pile, which may not show up for a while. Who knows? We got an 8, which I don't love to see. I'm not going to be able to really use that, I don't think, for a while. Checking my little cheat sheet over on the side. If, like, I just have like, I can just show you real fast. I just have like the sequences drawn out and a little reminder of what the face cards are. So okay, got another king. I'm gonna put that in the king pile. A 4. I feel like I needed a 4 somewhere. No, I needed a 2. I need a 2 here and a 3 there. 4 doesn't really help me at all right now, so we'll place that. Okay, a 2. That was a 2 I could place on there. Then I need a 5 and then an 8. A 5 is buried. This 8 is now buried. I could place it there and start that pile, but then I'd need this 3 and that 4, which are both covered up. How could I get to a 7 quickest? So I'm gonna place this there. I mean, I need these 3s because I could place a 3 there, then get the 7, but the 3s are buried, so that's no good. Okay, we got a 7 again. I don't want to keep burying these, but I'm gonna kind of just have to, I think. Like I said, not the best at this game so far. That can go there. I wish I had access to this 8, but then also those jacks are buried, so I wouldn't really be able to continue that sequence. We got the 3rd queen, which I can place there, and I could restart this back at ace, but we got 2 of the 3 aces buried right now, so that's not ideal. We got a 4, which I don't think I need at the moment. I don't want to keep burying that 8. I don't want to bury any of these cards. I'm going to have to. We got another 8, but I did kind of need this. I can place that there. And we're still waiting on a 3 for that pile. We got a 9 now. Don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. I've been doing a bad job at building these sequences backwards as well. I've been kind of just placing these haphazardly. So to get an ace, so I can place that there. Let's just keep drawing. Oh gosh, this is bad. I'll place the 7 there. What is with all these 7s and 9s? It's like 9, 9, 7, 7, 4, 7, 4. It's like all these cards I don't need right now. Okay, we'll just keep drawing. Okay, we got a 2. I can at least start that pile going. Another 9. I feel like there's just too many 9s in this deck. And a 10, completely useless for me. I think this run is completely shot at this point because I'm just stalling here. Got a 3. I could place that there. Okay, I could make a bit of progress here because I can go 3, 5, 7, 9. But then those 2 jacks are buried. So we just need another jack here soon. A 6 is, I don't think, very helpful for me right now. Put that on top of the 9. There's the last king. So I can start building on top of the king pile now. There's the jack I was looking for. So we can place that there. And then a king on top of that pile. And then that stack is done. That's just one of them, though. I can place that there. And then what comes after the jack and ace, which those 2 aces are real buried. There should be another one coming up unless we've already used it and I don't remember. A queen. We need a 3 there. And we need an ace here. So a 2 doesn't really do me any good anywhere. A 5. Don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. I don't place that there. A 6. Can't do anything with that. And another queen. This was a bad game. I didn't play this really great. So yeah, that is a loss because I don't think there's really anything I can do. Let me double check because this is king, queen, ace. I don't have an ace available. This pile's done. I would need a 3 there, and past a queen, I would need a 3 there as well. So yeah, that's definitely a loss. I'm gonna reset this for sure. As you can see, it's a pretty quick game to play. And we'll try again. I need to probably this time focus a little bit more on trying to keep maybe one of these piles as like only for a sequence going backwards. So it seems like the 2 piles easiest to get. I hardly got any of the 1s piles, so maybe I should really try to focus on that. But then these other piles are gonna get so congested that I don't know how that would work. But let me reset this. All right, game number 2. I'm gonna try a new strategy. So I'm gonna keep a king's pile. I think I'm gonna make this pile dedicated to the 1s sequence. And then the middle 2 will just be my kind of junk piles that I'll have to just throw whatever else on. So we get a 10. I guess we could start with like a 10. I kind of wanted to start with something lower, but I guess what would be halfway, like a 7? So maybe I'll wait. We got the king, another king. I sort of shuffled these. A 3. So we don't want that yet. But we don't want to bury that because once we get a 2, we want to start building on that. An 8, I can start building on that pile. A 2. Okay, there we go. So we got a 2 and a 3. A 7. Put on this. Well, actually, no. This is kind of what I wanted to start from at this point for that. Got another 10. Another 7. So we could just place it on top because it's not going to really affect anything at the moment. An ace, I don't mind putting at the bottom. So we got a 6. I could put that there, but okay. Well, I'll put that one there instead. A jack. Yeah, we definitely don't need this. So we'll place that on top of the ace because we're not going to see the ace for probably a while. A 3. Don't like covering up the jack like that, but another 10. A 7 again. A 6 again. Which I don't... If I had a 4, I could place that there. Which I don't. Queen, I can use here. And then that will start me over with a 3 there, which I don't have at the moment. There is one buried. Not much I can really do about that. We'll place the jack there. Another ace here. A 3. Okay, that's kind of what I needed for this pile. And unfortunately now all my 7s are buried. What I need is a 4. I could place that there, get the 6 off, and then place the 7 there. And look at that. You ask and you receive. I could place it on the 1s pile. Maybe I should, but I think this will help clear up stuff a little bit because I can go 4, 6. Then over here, I can go 7. And that's decent. If only I had one of these jacks uncovered, then I could place that there and then start the next sequence with 2. But okay, there's another jack. What if I draw a 2 next? That'd be kind of nice. No, okay, I guess it doesn't work that well. We'll place that on this pile. We got another queen. Unfortunately, I still would need like a 9 there to even use that. Got an 8. It's good for there, but unfortunately, like all the 3 of the 4 10s are buried at the bottom of this pile, which is gonna take a bit to get to. Another 6. I don't want to keep burying that. I definitely don't want to bury the queens, though, because they are very valuable. We've already did use one there. I don't want to bury the ace, because I feel like I'm going to regret that. Okay, we got a 2. So that can go on top of the jack, right? And then since this is going up in 4s, we can grab the 6 off that pile. But now we're waiting for a 10 here, and a 10 here, and a 9 here, and a 4. So that's not ideal. Okay, we can keep building this sequence back. Once we get a 4, we can kind of go. So okay, there we go. So 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice little combo. But now we're waiting on an 8, 10, 9, 10. 2 of the 10s are buried, so I really need to progress some of the other piles, I guess. Maybe not build up as much on this at the moment, since I got this pile kind of far. So I'm just gonna place an ace there for now. A 5. I don't need a 5 anywhere. I don't want to bury this ace either. I definitely don't want to bury the queen though. A jack. I don't think I need that anywhere because I need a 9, and then I'm gonna need the queen there. I guess I'll keep burying this pile because I need to get to some of these. Okay, wait. I needed a 9 somewhere right here, and then a queen, and then a 2, which we don't have any 2s. Luckily, they're not buried, so there's still some to come. But yeah, we still need a 10 there, but I need to uncover these first. There's a 2, which can go here. Then we need a 5, which I just buried with a jack. Okay, but I got a 5. Okay, so now I need an 8 here and an 8 there. I don't love having that where, you know, I need 2 piles with the same number. And also I need a 10 here and a 10 here, both of the 10s there. But the 8s are still both in the deck, so they're to come, but I don't love the situation. Another 5. I don't want to bury the queen. I want to keep this pile so I can get to these 10s because I'm holding, I'm waiting on some of those. A 4. I don't think I need a 4 anywhere. 8. I need this somewhere, right? I need this here because that pile's going up by 3. Now I need a jack there. 3 of them are buried. I'm sure I've already used 1 at some point. So I need to get this ace off somehow, which is probably this pile, but the 10s, this is not a good situation. I probably should have, it's gone. A 9 I can't really use anywhere. An 8, okay. Hold on, because I can definitely do that. An 8 and then a 9. But then what next? What next? I need a 10 here, a 10 here, a 10 here, and a jack here. And all those are, if I could get this ace off, this whole pile would be gone. I don't have that many cards left. I have, what is this? Five cards left. So I mean, not looking horrible, but this isn't great either. Okay, there's at least one of the other kings, which I guess there's going to be at least another king in here somewhere. A 9 is not one of the things I needed at the moment. There's a 10. So let me think which one of these piles would be best. I think it would be this one, right? Because then I could go 10, queen, ace, and then I can place the jack here, and then one of the 10s there, one of the 10s there, and now I need to think for a second. So what, an ace needs to go on top of that, which I don't have. An ace needs to go on top of that also. They're both buried. A jack needs to go there, and a 3 needs to go there, which I don't have access to any of these. I only have 2 cards left, so let's see if I can manage something. And the next one is a 9, which I already have out, and there's the last king, which I think I've lost again because I don't have a jack, I don't have a 3, I don't have an ace, and I also need an ace there, which they're both buried. So I was definitely closer this round, but not quite there. So I think I will play one more game. All right, last game. Let's see if I can get a win. I think I'm gonna try a similar strategy where I'm gonna have this pile just for the ones, the middle top 2 piles as kind of just miscellaneous piles, and then the king pile over here as to not bury anything that I need. And hope that luck's on my side and that I can, you know, maybe make it through this with some good planning. So jack, I don't know how high up I want to start this pile because that's going to make it tough, but I don't want to bury all the jacks, but we'll start these. 4 is definitely not enough for me to want to, so we'll maybe just place that immediately there. Okay, another 4. I don't really want to start this pile on something so low. I guess we can start working our way up. If we get a 3, then I can, okay, there's another 4. I don't want these. Okay, maybe we will start with this with a jack because I don't know what else we're gonna do. Okay, we got a 3. Let's uncover that with the 4. There we go. Okay, we're working on our sequence slowly. A 2, we're not gonna be able to use anywhere. So I'm maybe just gonna kind of bury the ace. Yeah, we don't want to completely bury. Yeah, I don't know. That's fine. We got a 5 there. Okay, this pile's actually going decently. A 6, okay. I shuffled these. I swear I shuffled these. That's a 7. Can we get an 8? Okay, first king. Another ace. I don't want to cover that jack too much, so we'll maybe place that there. A 9. Okay, so all we need is an 8 to show up at some point here soon. There's another 2. There we go. There's an 8, 9, 10, jack. So if we get a queen, we can finish this first pile off real fast, which would be very nice to have. Another king. Where's this other queen? I guess we can start trying to work on some other sequence over here. 5's not a good place to really start one. There's the queen, and let's go ahead and just finish this off with the king. So first pile is done. This is, I don't want to jinx myself. Looking good so far, though. We got a queen, so maybe we can kind of work backwards. We can set that there. Try to just hope for an 8, and then we can kind of work on that pile, or a 9 and a 6, work on that pile. Something like that. That I'm just going to put in the center. Another queen. Okay, I don't love that, but so there's a 9. So I guess we could go for the 9-6 route. Another jack I don't really have a use for, and there's a 6. So 6, 9, 12. Unfortunately, I think the next thing I need here is a 2, which I have 2 of the 3 buried right there. So that's not great. I need to get to those somehow. Okay, we can work backwards with the even numbers here. That could be decent. But that means I'm gonna have to keep burying these, which I don't love, but I don't know what other option I really have. I don't have anywhere I could place a 5, a 3. No, we need a 2 there. I don't want to keep burying these, but I need to like keep one of them decent. Okay, there's a 6. No, I guess I could just place that immediately there. So we just need an 8, and I can place some of those. 7, I can't do anything with. Another queen. Okay, I don't love to see that. I'm gonna have to really mess up one of these piles. Okay, there's something. 6, or 8, 10, 12. But now we need an ace there and a 2 there. Which is not a great combo to have, to be honest. Considering we got 2 aces buried in this big pile and a 2. A 7 seems completely useless. A 10, don't know what I would need that for at the moment. A 6, also I'm just making another burn pile here. Okay, there's an 8. We got all the queens out, which is good. 1 king is there, so we have 1 more king in the pile. There's just not a whole lot of cards left. On this pile, we need a 3, which I almost have access to. But we're kind of locked here because we need a lot of low cards, and a lot of them are buried. Because we need an ace, a 2, and a 3. We got another king, so there's the last king, so we need just a low card. Just a low card. Give me a low card. Give me a low card. There's a 3. Okay, we needed this on this pile. And then we can start maybe chipping away at that a little bit. 7, so next we need a jack, which is buried and buried. We've already used 1, so that means there's still 1 in the pile. Unless we've already played it somewhere else, which is also possible. An ace. Okay, we needed this here, which is really good. Because then we can have 3. Well, actually, I could go 5, 7, but I could take the 5 from here. And then that jack is available. And then what do we need here? A 2, which is, we would almost have uncovered, but I could go 5, 7, then next 5. Well, jack is going to come up here soon. It has to. So we're going to go 5, 7. We need another 9. But that might be coming up soon. So we got the jack. After the jack here, we need a 2, which is buried, of course. That isn't everything. A 10, I don't think I have any use for. Uh-oh, we have the last card here. It's a 9. Wait, that's actually good? Except I just buried that jack, or else I would be okay. But I placed that here. Because if I had the jack, and I could place the king there, and then that would be a second pile complete. This pile, I still needed a... what was this? A 2, which I don't have available. This pile, I also need a 2. Which both of them are buried here and here. That one was almost uncovered, and I could have freed stuff up a little bit, but unfortunately that is another loss. So that was Calculation. I'll quickly give my final thoughts. My final thoughts are, I really like this game. It is tough. It is simple to play. Rules are really, really simple. Quick setup, quick teardown. There is a good amount of luck in it. But it really does seem like a game that there is a lot of strategy and tactics. And it really feels like a game that you have to play kind of a lot to really get good at. But I kind of like that because, you know, some of these games I play, I'll admit, are pretty easy. Not that I'm like some great god gamer at card games or anything. You know, I've played my fair share, so I feel like I've gotten decent at some of them. But, you know, games have a varying range of difficulty. But I feel like this game is really difficult, but I also like that because I feel like there's a lot to explore and learn by just playing it over and over, learning more strategies, how to manage your waste piles, what sequences maybe to tackle first, you know, crucial cards to focus on, stuff like that. It's a game that I just want to, honestly, I keep wanting to play more of because I want to just learn how to beat it, how to get good at it, because like I mentioned, it seems like online, the general consensus is, you know, once you're decent at the game, once you're a skilled player, you can win about 80% of the time, which my current win rate is 0%. So definitely not a skilled player by any means. I still have a lot to learn when it comes to this game. But while there is some luck to it, once you get good at it, you can mitigate it most of the time, it sounds like, by playing the right moves, which Really interests me because, like I said, it feels like I have a lot to learn to play this more, and I don't know, it makes me very interested to see, what a winning strategy looks like, and what I'm missing in my current strategies and all that stuff. So yeah, overall, um, I'm pleasantly surprised by this game. When I first heard about it, I was like, oh, it sounds kind of mathy, kind of thinky. Like that doesn't sound bad, but like how fun is it going to be? And I think it is fun. And it's also just like, it's a bit of a brain burner. I think definitely having like a cheat sheet nearby with just the sequences written down is nice. So you don't have to you don't accidentally mess them up, and then you can take a glance at it and see like, okay, when's the next time I'm gonna need a 7 or, a 3 or whatever. It kind of helps you at least take some of the mental load off playing this game. But overall, I really enjoyed this, and it's definitely one that I'm for sure gonna play more, at least till I get one win. But then once I get one win, I want to see if I can improve my strategy and how many, what my win percentage is. So I could see this being a game that I come back to, especially just because it's simple to play. Because sometimes with some of these card games, if they're pretty rule intensive, I feel like it makes it a little bit harder for me to get it back to the table, because a lot of the times if I'm playing a card game like this, it's just when I have a bit of time, I have a deck of cards, and I just want to play something. So a lot of the times I like playing games that I remember easily, that I don't want to have to like pull up the rule book or anything. So that's why I like the Bogey, Loop the Loop are cards that are games I just have like ingrained, because they're pretty simple. They're some of my favorites, but they're just very quick to get out and play. So I could see this kind of entering that rotation, because you just got to get an ace 2 3 4, put them out, shuffle it up, you play. Also doesn't take up a lot of table space, which is nice. Some of these waste piles can get kind of long, but besides that, it's not too bad. So yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this game. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, a like would be greatly appreciated. And until next time, I'll see ya.